There's a good one. That's a nice one. Woo! I saw some big smallmouth on the graph. They didn't want to come up for the moving baits. I picked up that 3-inch Hazedong shad on the drop shot, nose hooked it, and using my favorite technique this time of year, drop swimming. Real light drop shot weight, 3/16 ounce drop shot weight, and it's such a finesse presentation. 15-pound braided line, Seagar finesse leader. This weather just changed on us, so again, a finesse presentation. Come here, there we go. That's a nice chunky smallmouth. Trocar drop shot hook right in the corner of the mouth there. But that's the beauty of that drop swimming. You keep it moving, little 3/16 ounce drop shot weight, just ticking the bottom, and that little swim bait suspends about 18 inches off the bottom perfectly. It almost forces them to bite. Cool fish. On a lot of lakes in the country, they key in on small bait fish. This here's a 3-inch Hazedong shad, and it's in a green pumpkin shiner color. And this thing works awesome when the fish are chasing these small bait fish like this. Drop swimming. A lot of people will fish this on a jig head, and that's awesome and everything. I like taking a size 1 Trocar drop shot hook and just nose hooking that just barely. And what that does is it allows that bait from the eyes all the way back to swim freely on a lighter 3/16 ounce drop shot weight. So in this drop swimming technique I like to use, I'm actually swimming the drop shot weight and just dragging it across the bottom, and it just suspends that little swimmer on top there. And this goes completely against what I tell people when drop shotting. You never want to move the weight when you're drop shotting typically, but when you're drop swimming, you want to keep that weight moving. Super soft rod. I know as I'm pulling it across here, it's almost like dragging a jig. That swim bait swimming just 18 inches off the bottom, and that's just perfect. It's just like throwing a little finesse swim bait on a jig head, except it ensures that it stays 18 inches off the bottom. It's an awesome, awesome technique. There's one. Oh yeah, drop swimming fish. Woo. Oh, look at the ones with it. Golly. 1, 2, 3, 4 with it. Here's the beauty of braided fluorocarbon is, you know, these 2 and 3 pound fish, you could just kind of horse them to the boat, lift them straight in, and keep them off the carpet there. That's drop swimming at its finest there. 18-inch leader, just ticking the bottom with that tungsten weight. Hazedong shad and a 3-inch Trocar hook right in the mouth, man. Awesome, awesome stuff. Cool, that was fun. Yeah, this drop swimming technique, it's an excellent way to cover water, especially when a weather system comes through and those days where it seems like, you know, you really have to shake your bait, shake your worm to get them to bite. This technique is killer when the bait and the drop shot weight is pendulum swinging. I'm just gonna take this rig, make a long cast, and I'm not gonna drag it on the bottom like I typically do. I'm just gonna let it pendulum swing. The bait, the swim bait, and the weight just hit the surface, and I'm gonna keep a tight line. And with about a 70-foot cast, I'm just gonna let the line pendulum swing. Oh gosh. They're biting it on the way down. There's one. Man, it's so cool to mix swim bait fishing with drop shot fishing. 2 of my favorite techniques. And these smallmouth are absolutely crushing that Hazedong shad. That's a beauty. Look at that. On the pendulum swing. That's good stuff, man. That's so much fun to mix swim bait fishing with drop shot fishing. Again, when you have an abrupt weather change or an abrupt season change, that's all it takes, man, is a finesse approach to trigger these finicky bass. Good stuff, man.